and welcome back to Scratch Built Models. We're going to be starting an On the Farm series. There should be a video about once a week, probably more, but we'll see how we go. So to start off with, a bit about our farm. We've got cattle, pigs, sheep and chickens. We do a lot of arable. We also do quite a bit of contracting. The contracting is more forestry based, de-stumping, de-rooting, clearing hedge lines, raking up and burning brush. We've also got a workshop where we do a lot of custom hydraulic and welding repairs. And we do a lot of stuff like that. We've put tracks in through woods, we do all sorts. So let's get into it. So here we've got the small Massey with the fence knocker on the post knocker on the back. We've got the quad, and then we've got the JCB Mini. With the Minis, we've got a brand new Kubota coming on demo at the end of next week, or this week, I'm not sure. But we've got a brand new Kubota coming on demo. Then at the end of it, we've got a chance to part exchange it for the JCB, but we're not sure because I don't think it's got third function hydraulics when this one does. The JCB is going out tomorrow on a fencing job with the auger, which is behind the quad. Over in here, we've got the small dumper, we've got the seed, we've got the topper, and we've got the small fertilizer spreader. Over in here, we've got the turner, we've got loads of fertilizer, we've got firewood, that's ready to go out on delivery. We've got the hay back in here, then the thumb off the Yanmar. Over here we've got the forklift we bought around last September. It doesn't run, but we're so busy in the workshop it'll probably be around March time when we get round to power washing it all off and getting it running again. So we've got some firewood back here with some pallets, and then we've got the deck off of the Rhydon there. The Rhydon we've been using a lot recently to go out to the chickens because it doesn't cut the ground up as much as the Gator does. We've got the diesel tank, and we've got the Joskin tipping trailer. Then we've got the Yanmar. This is our main contractor machine. We've got a routing fork for it and a saw for it. It's got a ripper on the way, so we've bent up the routing fork quite bad, so it's getting welded up at the moment. And the saw's been sent off to where we bought it from to get serviced because we haven't had it that long. Then over here we've got some gravel left over from doing the yard. And then we've got the muck grab, the plough, and then we've got some pigsties here, the A-frames for the small tipping trailer, and some fencing and some gates there. Over here we've got the John Deere with the hedge cutter on the back. It's got a slightly leaky cylinder, but we were so busy it's just got to go back out, get greased up, go back out, and then when the hedge cutting slows down a little bit, we should be able to fix the cylinder. Then for silage, we do a lot of silage bales and normally sell quite a lot, but we didn't sell as many this year, which is surprising with how bad the yields were on the fields. But so that's why we haven't touched the clamp yet. So we've been feeding them bales. We've probably got about a couple of weeks of bales there left because we don't have many cattle. We've only got a few Friesians, and then we'll be on to the clamp. Over here is the workshop. This Kubota's going to have a harvester head mounted to it, so we're waiting for a Komatsu harvester head to come in. And then we've got all the workshop in here. They're the ramps for the equipment trailer. Got the bandsaw and all the stuff. That's probably the hydraulic pump out of it, or I think it is, because they've got to move where the third function hydraulic is. Then over here we've got the brand new baler and front mower. The baler we part exchanged last year. We haven't used this one yet, so it'd be good to use this new one. Then we got a new front mower. Last year we didn't have a front mower, we only had the back one, so it should make hay and silage a lot quicker and easier this year. But we've just got to bear in mind with the horsepower extra that's needed. Then we do mainly small square bales because we sell a lot of them to the horse owners and do round for ourselves. We keep a few in case the telehandler breaks down and we just throw a few over. Then over here we've got all our trailers lined up along here. Then over back in this shed we've got the combine, the forager back there, and we've got the small square baler. In here we've got the Fendt and the Kubota. The Kubota's our main yard tractor. We used to have an old Ford, but we part exchanged it last year for this brand new Kubota. Then in here we got the skid steer, which we use for putting in tracks and all sorts. And then we got the John Deere telehandler. It's got the silage shear on it at the moment because we're making sure it works before we have to go into the clamp. And then in here we've got the JCB backhoe. It doesn't get used that much, but we still got it. We might sell it, we're not sure yet. Then in here we've got the John Deere. Behind it we've got the seeder. That's going to go out in a few weeks to start seeding, but it's too wet at the moment. And then we've got the bale wrapper back there and the log splitter. Then over here we've got an IBC container, an old cultivator, some piping, a double bale dump, and we've also got the buckets for the JCB in there, and an old feed trough and the pallet. We go into the fields over here. We've got the track coming down, and then we've got the firewood back in there with the gate lent up against it. We've Got the chickens with the gator, just giving them small bedding with the straw over there. And then in here the gravel's from a land drain, because where it comes down from the chickens it's really wet along here. We do silage and hay out in this field. And then we've got the track continuing down here. And then in here, this is our main cattle grazing field, but we've got a lot of ash dieback in this field. So a lot of these trees are going to be coming down, and then we might be able to do hay in it if we open it up enough. But it'll probably just stay as grazing. Then back along here, we do hay in this field, and there's sometimes sheep out on it. The power company's got to come out and fix this because the line came down in the strong winds, and we got some gravel left over in the corner. And coming back around, this field here is seeded. This will be wheat for next year. And then coming down here, we've got the farmhouse, and it's having some logs delivered. And then this field's still got to get ploughed up, and it's had some fencing and brush ripped out from around the edges. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and see you again soon.